That name didn't echo by accident. Their name returned to you because you are still part of their prophecy. God never whispers without reason. You heard their name. Now everything is shifting. The whisper wasn't memory, it was message. Their soul touched yours through the silence. The name that haunts your sleep is your sign. You forgot, but heaven did not. My child, they're closer than you believe. That whisper was not imagination. It was invitation. You asked for a sign. God gave you a name. Stop calling it coincidence. That name carries your next alignment. God repeated it because you ignored it the first time. The name holds a door you have not opened yet. They're part of your healing or your haunting. The name came with a pulse. That's not random. You're not remembering. You're reawakening. My child. You knew it before it was spoken. That name is a key. What are you unlocking? It didn't just arrive. It returned. You heard it while still. That matters. Their name is part of your becoming. The whisper held warmth. That was divine. A name is never whispered without spiritual weight. It came in a moment of quiet for a reason. That was not their voice, it was God's. You left them behind, but heaven did not. Their name cracked the silence, wide open. Your heart skipped because it remembered. What you're feeling is sacred recognition. Their name holds the final piece. The past is calling, but so is purpose. My child, don't brush away a divine nudge. You asked for clarity. That name was your answer. You didn't choose them. You were chosen together. The whisper wasn't random. It was written. That name holds a story you haven't finished. You felt them before you heard them. Some names return to remind you who you are. My child, you're not losing your mind, you're finding your path. The ache is the sign. Their name carries an assignment. That whisper rewrote your atmosphere. What you dismissed is where destiny waits. The whisper broke the lie you believed. You were done, but God wasn't. The name carries alignment, not accident. Let the name guide you, not scare you. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. That name is a bridge to your future. You heard it because you're ready now. My child, delay no longer. Their name was the softest earthquake. You tried to silence what heaven keeps repeating. There's power in what you almost forgot. Your spirit trembled for a reason. That whisper woke up something eternal. You prayed. God whispered. You listened. The name wasn't for your ears. It was for your soul. You buried them. God resurrected the truth. That name breaks timelines. You were visited in thought because your heart called first. Stop assuming it's memory, it's movement. My child, you are being redirected. The whisper was soft but holy. The signal was real. Respond with reverence. You're not haunted. You're being handed purpose. The name stirs ache because it carries truth. You are ready to see what was hidden. What once was ending may now begin. Some names hold keys, others hold chains. Discern wisely. You heard it in silence because that's where spirit speaks. Their name didn't enter your mind. It entered your calling. You didn't dream it. You were visited. The name you forgot still remembers you. They were never just a person, they were a path. God doesn't whisper twice without urgency. You know who. You just won't admit why. The name is coded in your unfolding. My child, it's time to listen deeper. Don't chase them. Follow what the whisper means. You didn't hear a name. You heard your next assignment. God speaks in pulses, not paragraphs. That whisper changed your timeline. You heard it at the exact hour you needed. Stop questioning what your soul has already confirmed. They're thinking of you too. That's why it echoed. What returned in sound was sent in spirit. The name came to wake what grief buried. You were heard first, then you heard them. That name is not the end. It's a gate. This whisper is heaven's invitation. The ache is not pain. It's prophecy. You're not imagining it. You're being remembered. Some names come back wearing redemption. God gave you a moment. Don't waste it. You weren't reaching back. You were being called forward. The name is more than a person, it's a mirror. What's whispering is what you're meant to walk into. You weren't just thinking of them, they were sent. That whisper was divine urgency. Their name is stitched to your promise. God called them out loud inside your silence. The name landed because your soul is now fertile. Stop dismissing sacred instruction. The whisper cracked your numbness open. That name is your next healing. You are hearing destiny before you're seeing it. You were meant to remember, now act. They were part of the prayer you forgot you prayed. My child, the whisper confirms what you knew all along. They're not done. You're not done. The voice didn't come from within, it came from above. You cannot outrun your assignment. The name returned because your soul stood still. They were hidden for a reason, revealed now for purpose. What was once dormant now desires bloom. That whisper is heaven's spotlight. Their name marks your crossroads. The echo returns until obedience follows. You felt them before you heard them. My child, that name was a door. A divine reminder is never an interruption. What you've tried to forget has been forgiven. That whisper was an answer to what you asked with tears. You are always going to hear them again. This time, don't walk away. The name carries unfinished business, wrapped in mercy. Don't rush to understand, just receive. They didn't reappear. The bond did. What returns is often what still matters. You're not revisiting the past. You're reclaiming it. The whisper was gentle. The message is not. Your heart is stirring because destiny is. My child, the name is yours to bless or bury. You weren't wrong to care. The whisper pierced because the truth was sharp. You're hearing clearly now because you've healed enough to. They're thinking of you too. That's why heaven made it loud. The whisper wasn't for closure. It was for connection. You're being rerouted by grace. That name was the flame. You are the match. Their name is a thread pulling you toward divine weaving. It only takes one whisper to wake a soul. My child, don't silence what Spirit sent to speak. That name is your invitation. Don't reject the call. The whisper came to heal what silence couldn't. You're not late. You're aligned. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. That wasn't memory. It was God calling you by their name. You heard it again because destiny is circling back. Their name rose like breath. That's not coincidence. You tried to forget, but heaven didn't. My child, your spirit still recognizes them. The whisper wasn't yours, it was divine. You asked for a sign. God gave you a name. Their name shook the silence for a reason. You were never meant to let go completely. That ache you felt, that was their soul passing through. They still carry a part of your story. Don't silence what God sent to wake you. You are still written in their spirit. What you heard was not an accident. My child, listen when heaven repeats itself. They crossed your heart again because they never left it. The whisper came through quiet to break the noise. That name held warmth because it still holds you. You buried the name. God just uncovered it. Not a memory, an appointment. You knew it wasn't over. That whisper echoed through more than your ears. Their name touched your soul before your thoughts. You called them by mistake. God didn't. The whisper was timed. So is their return. You still vibrate in the same frequency. They're coming in the silence between your doubts. Their name returns when your heart is ready. My child, you're being aligned with a love you once denied. They were never erased, just paused. The ache is proof you're still connected. You didn't remember them. They remembered you. Heaven whispered what ego tried to forget. Your soul gasped before your mind did. This is a holy interruption. Their name is a doorway. Will you walk through? God doesn't repeat names without purpose. That name opened something sealed inside you. Don't dismiss it. It came through prayer. You're remembering for a reason. You tried to move on, but love isn't linear. Their soul is still tethered to yours. You both feel it even now. Their name is calling you back to something sacred. My child, let the name open your heart again. What you feel isn't madness, it's memory waking. The past isn't knocking. Love is. You heard them because you're still listening deep down. The whisper is a map, follow it. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. Their name found you when you weren't even searching. That whisper cracked your silence open. They've been praying for this too. It was never just a name. It was a promise. My child, you are being led by spirit, not memory. You didn't just hear them, you felt them. They're still written into your atmosphere. The whisper is an invitation to feel again. You're closer to them than you've admitted. Love echoes until it's honored. You didn't imagine that warmth. That name still knows your heartbeat. You didn't lose them. You're learning how to carry them. What God connects, distance cannot mute. Their name shook something ancient inside you. Your heart still kneels when it hears them. You weren't dreaming. You were remembering. That whisper had their energy wrapped around it. Don't ignore the divine rhythm pulling you. Their name was never erased. You didn't move on. You just went silent. My child, what's returning carries healing. That whisper is soft thunder from above. Their name came back because they did. What left your life never left your soul. The name didn't surprise you. It remembered you. They were the prayer you gave up on. Some names return wearing new meaning. You haven't been able to let go because you're not supposed to. The whisper is sacred. Don't let doubt drown it. Their name carries unfinished worship. Your spirit leapt. Your logic hesitated. What you forgot still loves you. You are the echo they've been waiting to hear back. That name brought peace. That's your confirmation. They've missed you too deeply to say. The whisper carried too much light to be ignored. Their name is tied to your next becoming. You cried because your soul recognized home. They're your next healing or your final test. My child, the name lives in your marrow. You felt safe when it landed. Stop pretending you didn't feel that shift. You can't erase what was written by spirit. That whisper tore open what numbness tried to seal. God brings it back when you're finally ready to see. This isn't about romance. It's about remembrance. You knew the sound before the name. The whisper came bearing mercy. You've been reconnected. Now decide how to answer. Their name was an altar. Rebuild it with truth. You whispered, why now? Heaven whispered, because it's time. That whisper shook timelines. They never really left. You just looked away. What touched you wasn't memory. It was presence. The name made your breath catch. Don't ignore that. Their energy still lingers in your atmosphere. You always knew this moment would return. You were prepared by pain. Now comes the purpose. Their name is tied to your restoration. That whisper held more love than most conversations. You never needed closure. You needed clarity. God speaks most when you're finally still. The whisper was wrapped in peace. My child, the ache means alignment. Their name still knows how to find you. You weren't thinking of them, they were sent. What returns now is holy, not haunting. Their name carries medicine you still need. Don't block what you once begged for. That whisper revived a version of you long buried. They didn't call, but you still heard them. That name cracked the wall around your heart. God whispered. You trembled. That's sacred. You're not late. You're right on divine time. Let the whisper become a conversation. Some names are prophecies in disguise. You heard it twice. That's not imagination. That's confirmation. The name returned to set something free. They've been feeling it too. You were meant to awaken with that name. Stop fearing love just because it left once. The name came back bearing answers. My child, don't hang up on heaven. Their name has a pulse. The whisper is soft, but it will not go away. That name is an answer, not a distraction. You still smile when no one's watching. That whisper untied a knot inside you. You are not imagining this. You are remembering truth. Their name opens the next page. What stirs your soul is worth noticing. You're the one they still whisper to at night. That whisper carried fire and forgiveness. God wrapped their name in tenderness for you. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt around a whisper. Their name returns to finish what love started. You were born to carry this sacred signal. They are your echo. You are their return. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more.